All right, the last and final installment here, which I think is one of the most important installments, is the ability for your permit system to be easy to use and to modify. As I talk to cities and counties around the country, I'm hearing horror stories of I need to ask for the company's help to add a user. I need to ask the company's help to modify. I can't touch the thing. There's a lot of coding involved and it's difficult. Camino has built our system from the ground up using no coding, as you'll see in a second, making it very easy for you to be self-sufficient, to literally build entire permit processes, or certainly to modify them as building codes change, fee structures change. No need to call us, although you can. You can log in. The certain people that have access can log in, make those small modifications, and you're off to the races. So we jump into a system here. We come down to the side and you can see our rule builder right here. And it's made up of submission types and steps that you can work in as well. But to shorten this up, we'll come into the rule builder. You can see the submission types and see how easily you can configure the various submission types that you have within your system. And on the steps side, the steps can be informational steps. They can be items for review that the city needs to do, adding forms, adding paying fees, adding documents, whatever, right? And the rule builder and how we can customize this. As an example, if you're in a flood zone, how can we customize it to add a few steps for those people and not add those same steps for them for others? And that is our rule builder, right? So in looking at this simple example of creating an ADU, there are 3 rules. And in this example, rule number 1 is these steps will always appear in a guide of this submission types. All right. So we can scroll down and we can see these connections that are made here, and we can easily disconnect the steps. We can add other connections very easily. But how we customize these steps is an example is here, rule number 2. We can customize based on GIS layers that they're in. Hey, if they're in a flood zone layer, then we do these steps. If they're not, we don't do them. In this example, it's based on a question. Does the existing structure have fire sprinklers? And if they do have fire sprinklers, then we include these steps that includes LA County Fire in this example. We can also edit the connections, but we can also edit this condition. And the important thing to see here, hopefully, is you're not seeing any coding, right? Here's the question. Does the existing structure have fire sprinklers? It's a yes or no question. It could also be a number question. How tall is your fence? If it's 4 feet or taller, it requires a permit. But if they say it's under 4 feet, it doesn't require a permit, and we can tell them that. So different choices there. And in this example, you would include the step if the answer is equal to yes. And you could also have it equal to no if you want as well. So very easy for you to customize your processes, even build the entire system yourself. You have that option. We have some of our customers that have built the system themselves because they have all this knowledge up in their head. And once they understand the basic logic of Camino, they can build it themselves. You can see down here on the side, the ability to add users, to remove users. It's under your control. We want you to have control of this system as we move forward.